Hi guys, today we're doing some dance moves that are good for any social situation, but especially they're fun to do on a cruise. That's something I will do. Let me break them down for you. We'll practice them also together. I'll show you how to connect all of them so you can actually use them on the dance floor. So stay tuned, we'll do that at the end. The first movement, we're going to do a little going around situation. And I'm going to use a step and a dip to do so. What's going to happen is the moment the foot goes down, and you're going to leave a little bit of space in between your feet, I'm going to scoop and kind of swing the hip towards the leg I just put down, towards the foot I just put down. So we have down, like this, and we'll do it maybe like 4 times in a row. So notice the foot going down is what initiates that swing of the hips. When the foot comes up, I'm resetting the hip so I have room to go again. You see that? Once you have that motion, we're going to start going around with it. So one foot will stay in place, but my body will kind of go in this direction, okay? So it doesn't matter which direction you're going, by the way. You can pick whichever is easier for you. So let's try it. It's gonna be fun. It's a little confusing one, but looks good. And we have step, bring the feet close. That's when you rotate. No, you face the corner. Step again, pivot the foot, face another side. And I wouldn't do this one more than like 3-4 times in a row. I wouldn't go all the way around because it will look a little bit awkward. Let's try it again. We have open dip, open dip, open dip, and then afterwards, you can come back to your starting position, or you can use this movement when you want to like dance with one person and then you face another friend, you're dancing with someone here. Very cool move to do that with. Once you have the footwork and the hips, I'll show you a bit more advanced version. We're just going to add the arms. If you are not coordinated, don't do the arms. You can just keep them loosely bent. But if you can move the arms, what you can do is you can roll the arm down, like one at a time. Doesn't matter which one starts, but I would go roll and roll and roll and roll. And then you can come back however you want to the starting position. So all I'm doing here is I'm extending the arm forward, making sure the movement is continuous. I don't stop, don't do that, let the arms roll. For this next movement, we're going to isolate the pelvis. This time it won't be turning or like walking around, we'll stay in place. I want you to have the knees bent and bring the pelvis forward and back. You see, this is the movement we want. We'll change it a little bit, but get used to that motion. Just a little bit forward, a little bit back. You're arching the back at the end. And from here, we're going to go forward, angle the body, go to the back corner. When you arch, forward, reset, other corner. So it creates like a V shape when we go forward and back at an angle. Forward, back. I'll show you it from the front. All we're doing is forward, back corner, feel the arch, reset forward, and then the other corner. Front, back, front, back. Don't arch too much if you have back problems like me, because that's going to hurt. We don't need a huge movement. It's a nice isolation, I feel like. And remember to keep the knees bent the entire time. So do not attempt it with straight legs. It's going to feel stiff. And our last movement is going to include the dip, but we're going to be walking all over the place with this one. Let's assume there's a lot of space on the dance floor on a cruise. We're going to dip from side to side. If you've been watching my channel, you probably know this movement already, but today we're doing a brand new version. Swinging the hips, we're creating a U shape. Legs are straight at the end, hip is sticking out. Imagine you have a string pulling the hip up at the end. If you need more help with this one, I'll see if I can find the basic dip tutorial so you can check it out. But today we're going to add the footwork to it. So as you're stepping forward, doesn't matter which foot, you can mirror me. Let's say you're stepping with your right, you're going to dip to the right. And then bring the other foot in, or forward, and dip the other way. Let me show you again. Dip, dip, like this. The dip now, because it is a weird position of the feet, it has to be smaller. In this position, it's easier to swing the hips side to side, and it's easier to make this movement look smooth. When you're walking, you'll find it much harder, so make it smaller. We have step and dip, step and dip, just like that. We won't probably go forward more than 4 steps. You can even do 2 or 3, up to you, depends on how much space you have, but let's go. Dip, 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 dip. I'll show you from the side. We have dip, dip, dip. Notice I'm walking very small steps, right? We're not going to, don't do that. Dip, 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 dip. And this is extra only for those of you who feel like you have good coordination. If this is easy for you, doing the step with the hips, add the arms. My favorite, go to up and down smoothly. Not required, not necessary, but it's just something extra that makes this movement look more sexy and like more confident. You can back up however you want. You don't have to do the same motion. Going backwards, it's even harder, but I think that's what I did. Going forward, and then the only difference is the foot steps back instead of to the front, and I'm keeping the hips the same. Or if you don't know how to go back, what I would do is after our dip, I would walk back, 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 back. And then you can repeat the same motion, or you can do something that we did before, like a V pelvis. Let me show you with the music, and let me show you how you can transition and combine these movements together.
Just dreaming. I wish I had a girl like you, and I wish you could be real, but you're not really here. And I don't wanna wake up without you. But tonight is gonna have to do if I'm gonna get with a girl like you. I fade away. Every day you're not with me. Maybe now that you've showed me what love could be like. What can I say? What can I say? I know it sounds like I'm crazy, but I need to believe in you to get through my life. Then suddenly you are here inside my head everywhere. Where did you come from? I'm wondering. Baby, are you made up of for real? Say, can you feel what I feel? 'Cause I can tell if I'm just dreaming. I wish I had a girl like you, and I wish you could be real, but you're not really here.
And if you need help with this, with having the skills, having the confidence to dance at every social event that you're invited to, I invite you to book a free strategy call with me at a link below to see if I can help you achieve your dance goals in my online program. The results of this program are like nothing I've seen before. Total beginners with zero confidence, zero skills start to enjoy dancing in public, are excited to do so, and they know they look amazing.